Do you believe that the internet made people too comfortable in being jerks? Yeah, I think so too. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Lex, and on today's broadcast, we will be looking at the toxicity in various online environments and how their poor behavior can either push people away or result in adding fuel to an already enraged fire. I would like to specify beforehand that I know not every member of the communities mentioned are like this. Unfortunately, this behavior seems to be all too frequent in them. Now, if you have been watching my channel for a while, you will know that a lot of my videos will feature gameplay in the background, simply because I am not comfortable showing my face and I need background footage. All of those games, such as Overwatch, Street Fighter, and Tekken, are all online games where real people face against each other. Most of my gaming career, if you'd like to call it that, was single-player games, such as the Pokemon and Skylanders game series. But when I hit high school in 2017, I got my very first laptop and my very first online game, Overwatch. I still play single-player games such as Ghost of Tsushima, Dreamlight Valley, and Crusader Kings for anyone curious. I just don't use them often as background footage. For the most part, people in my Overwatch games were very friendly, and I've made a few good friends from bonding over that game. But I noticed that in about 2019-2020, people changed. People were suddenly a lot meaner, saying vile things to their teammates, and overall having the personality of a rotten cabbage. I made a comment not too long ago on a Spillo, I believe you say it, video, talking about my mains, and the replies were just full of people being jerks, and it's not Spillo's fault that people are acting like this, just to be clear. Yesterday, there was a comment that somebody made on an official Overwatch post where they talked about being excited for the new Street Fighter collaboration skins, and then somebody decided to be a jerk to them for no reason, and I truly do not understand how some people can act like that for really no given reason. When I began playing League of Legends in 2021, I noticed that people were very quick to give up if the match was not going their way. They would start insulting teammates, they would throw the match, they would blame everybody else for their own problems. The growing negative experiences for League players got so bad that Riot had to make an official statement on how they were trying to fix the problem. But even from my recent League games, this seems to have unfortunately had minimal success. When I got into playing Tekken seriously a while ago, before the Season 2 changes happened and I was playing it regularly, I would have people go to my Steam profile, proceed to leave insults towards me because I defeated them in a match. In December, when a certain game involving Marvel characters was released, I saw this behavior happen tenfold. On social media, back during the holidays, I saw these players spamming things like "Deed game," "People still play this game," "Go play Rivals" on almost every single Overwatch post, short other similar things, to the point that I saw Overwatch players who were sick of it just rolling their eyes in the comments because of how annoying it was getting. And I still see it from time to time. Now, Flats made a YouTube short, I think on his second channel, about this a few days ago, where he talked about how that particular player base was toxic due to being, disgruntled, and I agree with that statement. From how I saw them act on social media, it not only turned me away from that game entirely, because if that's how they act on social media, I don't want to know how they interact in game. It just shows how miserable they were acting. The mindset that I saw was, if I don't like this thing or I don't find it fun, nobody else is allowed to do that either. And how is that just not an exhausting mindset to have? Life is too short to think like that. This brings me to my next point. One of my favorite manga series is Death Note, and it got an Among Us style game. My sister got it for me for Christmas last year. There's no matchmaking, only public lobbies, and if you don't feel comfortable using a microphone, well then there's a good chance you're going to be kicked from that lobby. When you do get into a game, be ready to be called every single nasty thing in the book, because some people will just spew diarrhea at you. Now, before anybody writes in the comments, "Oh, we should just ignore ignore it. We should not be ignoring or condoning being called names, being told to commit life deletion, being talked down to in the voice or text chat, as it simply makes the problem grow worse because then people know that no consequences will come from their less than amazing attitude towards other players. For people who do act like this, what does this accomplish? Are you being a more productive person when you say these things? What do you have to gain from this? I truly do not understand. You may not remember being rude to somebody, but the other person will definitely remember being told to go do something not great. I'm 22, and I've been playing games for about half my life, really, as one of my hobbies, and they're supposed to be relaxing. They're supposed to be a way to unwind. If a video game brings out the worst in you, and unfortunately it does for a lot of people, it might be time to try some other game or get a whole new entire hobby. What are some of your negative experiences with online games or communities? Share your story in the comments below. Before I leave you all this wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or whenever you may be watching this video, I would like to leave you with a fun fact. Did you know that the French royal court, much like myself, loved their chocolate? Introduced to the country in 1615, it was well liked by the royal family. In later years, Louis XV enjoyed drinking it, and Marie Antoinette even had her own personal chocolate maker, and I want to know where I get one of those. And once she became queen, the person held the job title of chocolate maker to the queen. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video and want to see more of my content, then please subscribe to Sweet Histortea, a channel full of random facts, lots of sparkles, and tons more videos to come in the future. Thank you so much again for watching, and until next time, bye-bye!
There's a part of myself I'm missing. Now I got a lot to learn.